Okay, Revo's here. We're back. We're going to be talking about Battlefield 2042, and it's trying to revive its dead situation. Now, Battlefield 2042 came out around this summertime, and it's in a bad state. I remember a time when we talking about military games and first person shooters, as far as multiplayer was concerned, the two pinnacles of this genre was Call of Duty and Battlefield 2042. And as time went on, Call of Duty was kind of known as was started going the more arcade route, and then it was kind of known for Battlefield if you wanted a more hardcore uh, gaming experience. You would go with 2042 or Battlefield. Now, despite this, and the most recent, very anticipated launch it was a disaster. Uh, it introduced classes that nobody wanted, specialists, and instead of the regular classes of engineers, assault, and things of that nature. It had it had horrible gameplay bugs. You got hovercrafts that was straight up driving over buildings, and you even had it to where at one point try to end Angry Joe's life with its soundtrack music. So it was in a very, very, very bad state, and it pretty much died out really quickly. But DICE has recommitted. They're saying they're recommitting to their fans now. Now they hear you and they're listening. In fact, as of recently, they just had a free weekend where you could play Battlefield 2042, trying to ramp up people for their season 3, in which they're now reintroducing the class system, and they are bringing up more operators and weapons and vehicles and battle passes. Do know operators? They're actually kind of following in the footsteps of Call of Duty. They didn't really have operators. Battlefield, it was you choose your class, but this operators and skins for operators, yeah, they're really following behind Call of Duty there. But they're saying that they are changing, and they hear that their frustration of their fans, and they apologize for straying so far from their roots. But is it too late? I mean, upon release, the player base was at on Steam was at around 36,000 on average, with 100,000 shortly after the launch, and it dipped to right before this weekend where it had the free beta, the free play weekend. It's went to 9K. Right before that, it was at 9,000 for a multiplayer game of this scale. I won't say that's life support, but that wasn't good. That's not good at all. This game was known for its destructible environments. There was little to no destruction, and it it lost a lot of its people. A lot of people just flat out saying they're done. They don't want to pick this up anymore. On Steam right now, it's mostly mixed reviews, but if you look over the season 2, in season 1, it went from mostly negative to mixed. The more newer reviews are positive, but there's a certain point where you bleed out to where you cannot recover. Now, DICE has said that there is a plan to have up to an additional 2 seasons, so that's 5 seasons in total of coverage for this game with maps and content. I don't know if it's going to be able to revive or come back from this. There's only but so far you can disassociate from your fans, and you burn your fans It's like, you keep trusting and trusting. It's like a relationship. You keep trusting and trusting and trusting. And the person's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sleep with that person. And after a while, I'm done. And I think they put their fans against the wall hard with what they came out with. I actually think this game failed so hard. That's the reason why Modern Warfare succeeded so well. Before Modern Warfare came out, if you think about it, Halo failed. Well, in order, Battlefield failed, and Halo failed. So both of these games fail hard, and then everybody's just cramming for some type of first-person multiplayer game online that still has that tactical feel that isn't the other ones like Variant and Valorant and Apex Legends. And I just think Call of Duty cleaned house because we both know the word on the street is Call of Duty ain't listening to us fans, and nobody like what the hell's out on Call of Duty. But I was able to play during this beta. What you'll be seeing, what you're seeing currently, is some of the gameplay from this beta. It is night and day. I'm running around, caught myself running around like Call of Duty. And I got destroyed for that my first playthrough. The second playthrough, I kind of got more of the, cutting corners, checking your corners, uh, stop running mentality, and did a lot better. The gameplay is good. The gunplay, I would say their gunplay is better than Call of Duty. Of course, I'm not seeing any cheesing glitches. Only played 2 games. But it was good. People who's had it from day one said it's not enough to come back. I have a friend who bought it day one. He played it for a couple of hours and he said he was done. And when I talked to him and I tried to get his words on it, he said he's not coming back. So I cannot imagine them being able to dig out of this hole if there's many more people like him where they're done. It's easy for me to give my opinion because I never bought the game. And so now coming in and me being fatigued with COD for right now, it's fresh and it's interesting and uh takes a little bit more of my senses and being aware of where the hell am I walking and what's going on. But for people who played this and now all of a sudden now you're coming out with this apology saying you're sorry and you're just reintroducing the class system on the 3rd season of a 5-season plan. Could be too little too late. I mean, you cannot play around with your fans like this. And it's crazy. This could be something where, because fans are getting frustrated across the board. This could be something where it could bleed into whatever plans they have for the next Battlefield. Like you could really scorn your player base to where they are just flat out done. Now, is that the case with this? I think time will tell. Uh, it's EA. I don't trust EA as far as I can throw a truck. I don't trust them. Everything with EA is about money. That's why the battle pass system, which is something I forgot, also was horrible here. And the EXP was so tough trying to force you to buy the battle pass system. But I know DICE is there, but I equate that EA and their money grubbingness. I don't really I'm not really looking at them for that. But we will see. Were you able to get in during the beta? Do you have the game? Do you think that they can do enough to come back from the grave? Can they rise from their grave and be able to at least have a decent ending? You tell me. This is Revos, and I'm out.